Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I will do a very early prediction of the Championship 2023 to 2024 season. There are some interesting shouts, so comment below your opinions as well. Let's get into it, starting with the three relegated teams. So the three teams I predict to get relegated are here as Cardiff, Plymouth, and Coventry. The main talking point here will be Coventry, as they have just lost the playoff final. They were one game away from Premier League, but I think they will be relegated this season. The Championship is so unpredictable and stuff like this has happened before. Barnsley were in playoffs then got relegated season after. I think the same will happen to Coventry. They will most likely lose their two most important players, Gyökeres and Hamer, and a lot of their other players have been loans. Next I have to get relegated is Plymouth, as they have just come up and I do not think are strong at all and will probably go back down. Also another bold prediction, I have Cardiff to get relegated and finish bottom. Not much reasoning behind it apart from the fact I feel their squad is very weak and not good enough for the competitiveness of the Championship. Next, the three teams to barely survive relegation I think will be Stoke, Rotherham, and Huddersfield. Rotherham and Huddersfield did the same and barely survived in the season just gone, so I think it will happen again. And for Stoke I predict they will have another boring season and struggle a lot on the pitch. These next three teams I predict will finish in mid-table, and that is Sheffield Wednesday, Preston, and Birmingham. Sheffield Wednesday just got promoted, but instead of going back down I think they will have an alright season with the likes of Barry Bannan playing well for them. As for Preston and Birmingham, the two most boring teams in the league, always finish mid-table, and this season will be no different. And for the final three mid-table teams I have predicted Bristol City, Swansea, and Queen's Park Rangers. QPR almost got relegated this season, however I think they have enough quality to improve and have a better season, whereas Swansea and Bristol City will finish mid-table like they always do. Moving further up the table I have predicted Watford to record a top half finish in 10th place. It's been a rough season for Watford, and with them changing up managers after every loss I don't think any signs of improvement are on the way as long as these owners are still in charge. Hull are also an interestingly owned team, however far better run than Watford. The newish Turkish owners seem to have a decent plan on how to get Hull back to the Premier League, though it will be a slow process, but not a bad season I predict it will be for the Tigers. As for Millwall, they have recently been regularly fighting for playoffs, but I am predicting that to end and for them to finish in 12th place. Now on to the top half. The biggest shock in this list is that I have put Southampton to finish 9th in the Championship. I just feel they are not smart enough to do good business in the Championship and will spend a couple of years in the second division to rebuild and then go back up. They will also probably lose a lot of key players and, as mentioned, won't know how to replace them well. Blackburn have been in and around the playoffs for a while now, and that will be the same again. I have predicted them to just fall short on playoff qualification. Norwich are also a strange team. They seem to last season always have good talent and played well, but never really showed signs of promotion back to the Premier League, and unfortunately I know it's early and the window's not open yet, but I think they will have an identical season. Now for the playoff places. The biggest surprise here is I have put newly promoted Ipswich to finish in the playoffs. It happened with Sunderland this year and I think it will happen again with Ipswich. They just seem like such a brilliant club, well run off and on the pitch. I believe they will have a brilliant season. Middlesbrough will also, I think, have a similar season and get a solid playoff finish, though they might lose some big names in Akpom and others. Sunderland also, as mentioned, seem like a really well run club and proved it finishing in the playoffs this year, and it will be no different again this season. They will probably also lose the likes of Amad Diallo and Mitchett, but will be smart and sign good enough replacements to challenge for promotion. As for the third place team, I've gone with West Brom, which is interesting as they finished mid-table this season just gone. But I believe they have what it takes to produce a big season and challenge the top two teams for promotion back to the Premier League for the first time in 3 years. In terms of the playoff winners, it is really tricky to predict that, however if I had to say, I would probably go with Sunderland. Now for the top two teams to earn automatic promotion to the Premier League, I have gone with the two recently relegated teams, Leeds and Leicester. It still feels mad to me that these two have been relegated, especially Leicester just a handful of years after winning the Premier League. I'm very eager to see how these two approach the transfer window, as a lot of their squad will leave, but I think they will be clever enough to do good business and get a decent squad together to bounce back to the Premier League. If you enjoyed the video, please like and maybe subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching. Bye.